We've gone through Diamond Sheen and Firebase Z Easter eggs, and now it's the time to go through Outbreaks. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna go through, like I said, through Outbreak numero uno Easter egg. I'm well mind prepared of this Easter egg because it's a very straightforward steps, but the main difficulty of this Easter egg is the boss at the end, which I'll get to explain it once we get there. So as differently as what basically of the other previous two maps, Outbreak is a mode, not a round-based map. So you get more free time, I guess, to explore around, to get yourself mindset into the big maps on this mode, and it gives you the time to prepare certain situations, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. So compared to the other Easter eggs, this Easter egg is not focused on the wonder weapons that you can get in this for this Easter egg. You can take them, but most likely, you know, if you at least have one, then that's totally fine. So again, I could recommend these three weapons that I got on screen, but I'll be taking once again the M16 because a part of it, it's I think way suited for this, for the sole reason that you get more range control, and you actually get the good amount of damage just to being not too close to the boss, and a part that is really good against other enemies as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into the map. So meanwhile the map is the maps are loading in, I'm just gonna make this video a bit different and give you a sort of heads up before we get in. I'm most likely gonna give you a little bit of tips of hints of maybe how to go through this mode, but I kind of maybe think that you already played a sufficient amount of this mode to get, you know, a few things of like crystals, upgrades, and that kind of stuff. So at least you know kind of the basics. But here's a few tips and tricks that you can get your stuff, like, not too overwhelmingly max, but at least decent enough for you to go through the boss without any complications. And how I personally see myself, how I've done it numerous times. So we get in. See our character here.
Welcome back, strike team. Let's go get him.
So
Field ops. A dark ether specimen analyzer station has gone dark. Can you check in on them?
Strike team, get to the specimen analyzer and investigate.
Face too ugly to live.
So the first thing that we need to do is rack up some few points so we can get our first perk. And that first perk is going to be Death Perception. This perk is going to help us a lot on getting our salvages, because this is going to take a bit longer. So you better not start any of these would I say side missions? Those optional quests, for the sole reason that, you know, you're going to get more rewards by just having the perk that I'm going to be mentioning, which is going to be Death Perception, like I said. The sole reason you get more salvages, and if you can get Mule Kick as well as early on, you can get more out of them. Or more, I guess more for the equipment than the actual salvages, but the main priority is Death Perception. Just wander around a bit and you get some points until you get enough for the perk. Now again, I am not going to record this entire match. That's something that you guys can have to, you know, go through it. So reason that, you know, you at least had played this mode, you know how the objectives works in order to progress onward. It's generally like not that complicated. So we got 2,000 points. And what we're going to do is approach to to this machine. There's only one per match. I thought it was 2,000. I was mistaken. But don't worry, get basically the points you need. The reason why I don't go with the bottom one or nor any of them is, well, I could go with this one over here, but I'm just gonna wait because I need to get this weapon. I mean, if you get a, you know, the legendary or epic to the M16, then pick those and apply the blueprint. You have at least the save, and then you just continue onward. But just in case if you don't get it, you at least have one with you, because Outbreak can be sometimes unpredicting. So this particular case, I got dual eyes. Use those. So, yeah. So now we got the points that we need. So yeah, compared to the round base, this goes through world level. The world levels increases by every time you advance into another world, you know, another map, and that gets increasingly strong. The enemies get increasingly strong the more levels you go up to. And look, will you look at that? I'm taking the RPD.
New weapon.
Apply that. It's gonna be a lot of that. Just telling you a little bit of the basics, how the mode works. From here, you can just go on and upgrading the weapons you want. But the main focus you're gonna be doing is increasing the M16 as much as you can. And if you do come across a, you know, better M16 that you have, just do remember to apply the blueprint. And obviously increase its rarity, and obviously pack a punch it, and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna cut the video out because the very first step is not in this world level and neither in this next one. So until you get to starting world level 3, you can just basically do whatever you want. So I'm just gonna go through it. So yeah, see you in a sec. Hey guys, me again, and I am level 2 progressing. Got some few things that I got, and I got this big guy here, which do recommend of getting up against him. It gives you really good weapons. So let me try it out. They do come after level 2, so do keep in mind if you get more than one. For the reward to get them, it's actually pretty good. So that's actually gonna do. In the meantime, because, you know, doing a little mini boss before we enter to the Easter egg. Look at that. What's best? Pick this one. Or this. I can get more. Be careful, it actually does do good damage. Not an ideal weapon for him. The M16 for some reason collapsed. Let's see if I can get the Ray K. Oh, it's healing for some reason. Yeah, you have to be careful with him. Don't want to get too far, otherwise he healed himself. So I forgot to mention the actual field upgrade you can take. Any could be useful. I mean, the one I'm still using is Frenzied Guard. We can definitely take the Ring of Fire if you needed that extra damage. That extra damage can actually be really useful in terms of the final fight. Sometimes more recommended for it, though for solos can be really interesting. So this is why I'm taking Frenzied Guard, because you'll be alright without Ring of Fire if you
Do I get the bonus for
that
that?
kind of stuff. Okay, what we get? What we get? What we get? We're not using. The downside, it did not give us. Really good.
Now I'm ready. Come what may.
Maybe I'll take the
I'll make
dual wield pistols here, the
this
1911s.
work.
Classic weapons. These are classic weapons. So yeah, as you can see, it gives us legendary when you beat them, or if you do become prepared against them. They can help you out but they can help you out by just getting the few stuff that you need for the weapons, like these bad boys. Not exactly for the final boss, but you know, can help you out. Another thing you can do to get salvage, apart of doing all the missions, if you open up some few of these crates that's lying around the map, I do recommend you guys for picking those up. You don't actually need to open all of them. I mean, you can. They're very optional. The game actually gives you enough by just
hostile
having
down.
death perception, and I think meal cook. If I remember correctly, I think meal cook does help. But overall, you're just good to go with
I
all
can
that.
keep this going.
So yeah, I'm just gonna carry on. Do these other mini objectives. Be prepared. You can hit the box if you need it. If you need to. I don't recommend it though. In this game, the mystery box is kind of just really not worth sometimes. Specifically, how the game is giving you for free a lot of stuff. You got the challenges, which I definitely recommend you to doing the challenges in this game. Meanwhile, you're doing other stuff. If you need that extra salvage, or you just get the one of the wonder weapons. But overall, I see you in the next world level. Okay, guys. So I'm entering now to world level 3, and we can now commence our very first step of the Easter egg. I don't know why they couldn't have started off with world level 1. But at least you are most prepared throughout the whole Easter egg. So our first stop is going to be looking for some radios. They can be difficult to spot at some of these. You get some salvages because an outbreak salvage is the points, not the points itself. It's like I said again, everything gives you everything can give you for free. That's the thing with this mode. Everything gives you for free if you think about it. Thing is with these radios, it doesn't pop up on maps, so it can be, you know, you can search them up. There are specific locations you can find online. The reason why I don't implement it in this video is because in every single map there is a different location. One within each map. So you tend to normally just look around. This particular map in Zoo, if you're in Zoo with me, let's go find them together. Because the good thing at least is only one specific location. The next step though, after this, can be a little bit of a very niche. But can be very straightforward. I mean, they don't change locations, so it's more. Next step is more probability, depending on the map that comes out. Happens for you. I'm just trying to find until I hear the quotes. You can make it easy if you have the subtitles on. Specifically this step for the radios, because it'll determine a certain transmission with some sounds. And having the subtitles can actually tell you which ones are. Like for example, this one. Obviously this is not the one that we need to look for. This is totally entirely something else. But to give an example of what exactly we're looking for is this little radio over here. It's not this one, because the one we're looking for shouldn't pop up on my map. That's how you can differentiate. My vehicle's about to go. Okay, now I'm starting to remember. Yeah, it was over here. So the radio you must find, it always is here in Zoo. As you can see with the subtitles can really help out with this step. Is to find the idle static. Do be careful once you activate it. You'll have company, so keep that in mind. We gotta clear out all the zombies nearby. Some of them are not from this, so be careful. Oop.
You picked the wrong fight to go.
I love this M16.
Your curse is lifted.
So once you start, you know, once you finish here, it give you a static noise that you can just, you know, go with the noise, or just go with the subtitles like I have, and it will give you the number of the noise. So from here we need to find some transmissions which shouldn't be that far away. Got hiccups all of a sudden. So I can already hear an amplifier, sorry. So I can already hear an amplifier very close, which one should be right here. You need to cycle through them. Now do be careful, you will get sometimes through cycling them. In this particular point, it didn't come up for me, but sometimes you'll get like trouble again, so do keep that in mind. So the next one I'm starting here is over down up here. Well, in this particular case, I think I'm gonna come across into that. That's why I referred earlier. So sometimes the amplifier can, you know, call out. First one got lucky. This one not so much. So in order to find them with these is actually the triangle formed around the main radio. So you shouldn't go that far, nor it's, you know, one's in there. You gotta think about it. So one's here, what's in there, one is up there. And the other one should be around this section over here, what I'm pointing at. They're always in a triangle form. So again, just keep yourself maintained till you can activate this again and go to 7. So now we should go and find the last one, which shouldn't be that far off. I can even start hearing it. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, it's right in front of me. Well, it gave me the 8 again. So again, repeat the cycle. If it does come up, the enemies just, you know, clear the zone out.
It's curtains for you.
Just take care of all of them. Those should be relatively easy. And from there, you just continue on with the amplifier until you get to number 7. And once you get all 3 amplifiers at 7, you can just basically interact with the main radio, and it should drop something for you.
Hey, it's been a while. Still out in the field? You're lucky. I'm under lock and key. That's Requiem. They may be listening. They're always listening. Take the device to the beacon. I will tell you more when I can.
So when you've done the radio, Maxis will basically talk to you over to the situation that she's in, and basically pick up that slight piece that all you can do now is continue on with the rest of the missions and the main objective of this map or world level. So all you need to do is get the beacon, and then from there I'll let you know. So yeah, do remind that take these world levels as much as you can. You know, farm up a bit. Just take the sufficient amount for the weapons you have. If you have new weapons also, just consider those as well. So yeah guys, see you in a second. So here I'm finishing the main mission of this map over here.
Unfortunately for you, the study of raw essence is currently restricted to the outbreak zones. I am working on that problem.
So now we basically can just awaken the beacon.
Beacon
should be over
location
here.
has been identified.
So the piece that we picked up earlier, now we just put it onto the beacon, which should basically activate the main quest, and that basically the mode tells, well, recognize that what we've done is the first step. So we just do that. Yeah, beacon appears. And this when we get the third response, the third option, which is the main quest. You should be having a little spark,
There you are.
and
There's
dialogue
something
should
you must
come in.
do. Ravenov is in the field. Find him. I can still trust you, yes? Don't worry. This is the secure frequency used only by the beacon. Requiem won't know anything. Unless you tell them.
Okay, so from there, now you could just basically focus on going to the next world. In this particular case, I'm just gonna upgrade some few things. Literally, this weapon is almost but ready to rank up to the last rarity. So this gun is basically up to most perfect. The rest of them, until I get a better weapon, I won't be changing them. But overall, basically once you're ready, you just head up warp and level 4 we go. So now we're approaching Duga, and obviously just a slight little nod if that from any case that you've got the die shockwave wonder weapon through basically before all this, you can actually get the variations through these specific locations. One of them is in this map, Duga.
Field ops. Energy Research has lost communication with the mobile harvester team.
Strike team, sending you the transport's coordinates.
As I'd hoped, Requiem do not know that we are speaking. Ravenov has intelligence about an Omega operation in the Urals. He left me a dead drop. As I am still being detained, I need you to go. Look for his mark. It will be nearby.
So this one can be an annoying step, but if you have depth perception, it can facilitate you a bit more. Because one of the unique things that depth perception can do, it can reveal you some chest or intel or any type of item through walls. So what you're going to be able to find, if I think there's one nearby, is a little monkey bomb statue. And if I'm not mistaken, there's more than 3 in each map. So that's one of the reasons why I don't put them all specifically, because there are pretty much almost like everywhere. So again, you can take your time. Literally, it's certain locations, and if you have the depth perception, you can give pretty much a good idea. So like I mentioned before about the whole dime shockwave wonder weapon, there are 4 elemental upgrades, let's just call them, are literally in different type of maps. The one I am on is the electric variation, and obviously, like I said, from Die Machine is the best one. The rest of them are quite simple to how to get them. One is at Alpine, which is the frozen one. The fire one is at Ruka, and the poison one, if I remember correctly, is at Golova. The electric one is right on the top, which if I do get in this game, I'll definitely demonstrate. I hope I do. If not, it's really optional. You don't particularly need it, but if you do have it, well, it can come useful. But the other ones are, which in this particular case, I won't be going there. The one on Alpine, the frozen one, is next to a frozen lake / river. think it would more be called a lake. Base is literally, you can definitely see the box next to it. It's next by some zombie dogs. It should be like, I think, south of a map, if I'm correct. So you should definitely find that one there. The poison one in Golova is actually some, I guess, some industry farmish location right in the very far right of Golova. It should be on top of some the box should be on top of some metal piping, and the one on Ruka is literally on the burnt
Your flame is
woods,
extinguished.
literally on the south part of the map. Should be a box next to a burnt tree. And the one I am here, it should be right at the top of this radar wall next to the pack-a-punch. So that one's kind of very simple and easy to find. But overall, monkeys, where can we find them? Well, as we can find one here. Let's just hope that it does give it to us. I was lucky, got the first try.
You found the dead drop. Now, we just need to find a way to view those slides.
I specifically don't know where they all are. Like I said again, they're just too much for me to basically remind myself. But like I said again earlier, everything's online. The community obviously has done their work, really good work, to find their specific locations to where every single statue is. So do go ahead and check it out. But like I said, if you find the same one as I did, then you have the same luck as me. Sometimes it doesn't always give you the right one. It always doesn't give you the one. So you have to go find somewhere else to pick that up. But overall, that's what I got in my game. And I was lucky enough to go through it. So what the actual item that you should be finding from the monkey is actually a microfilm that we need to put it on the projector. From there, it should be very straightforward. It's literally down to this building over here. It's like the main structure, the main building. So literally one of the rooms should have a projector on which you use the microfilms on. So okay, we made it to the main building. So if I remember correctly, it should be in the second floor. Yeah, there we go. So this is the projector we're looking for.
Threat neutralized.
And from there, the dialogue should come in.
Operatia Inversia. Did Requiem tell you of it? Did Weaver? If they didn't, I am not surprised. For a long time we didn't know what it was. If it was even real. But Ravenov, he told me he found it. This must be it. The missile silo in Ruka.
Now, if you're interested to continue on with the dialogue to see a little bit of the lore, you could just simply advance through the slides. But at this particular point, now we're just more than ready to advance into the next world level. Now, from here, the game kind of tells you that you better advance to the next world level. And not only that, it always comes the map Ruka. So from here, you can just basically, again, prepare yourself, do everything as much as you can. And obviously, like I said, if it gives you the wonder weapon, do indeed get the box up in that wall, and you should be more than ready to advance into the next world level. Well, in this particular case, the last level you'll be jumping onto. Do I have anything? Can I do anything? Nah, we're just gonna warp. Exfil. Screw the Easter egg. Nah, I'm just basically we go onward, and then from there should be very simple. So I'm most likely just gonna cut off the video again, because apart that this is the last area, the main mission of this map is actually in the main quest. So after that, I won't be able to do absolutely anything, because after that it's just basically Easter egg related stuff. So shouldn't be too complicated. It shouldn't be too difficult. And apart that, it's better to make sure to prepare yourself before you advance into it, because it's gonna be very hectic in there. Specifically the weapons that I've got. So I hope that it gives me the stuff that I want. Apart that Savage right now can only just go for easy stuff. And I can already see the crystal up here, so that should be an easy win for the M16. So now I am missing one. I don't see one. Should be one. It'd be funny. It would be up here. The order. If he comes order, then maybe. Nope.
Still in one piece? Good. You've been here before, yes? I trust you know your way to the silo. If those missiles are here, that's where you find Ravenov.
So yeah, we're not gonna listen to her just yet, but I'll definitely just skip forward to pick up the last few things. So this is the last one. If it didn't happen like I did, I kind of fell. Kind of got down, so I lost like half of my points. Which I got no other choice but to go through what I've got. So yeah, right now we're gonna go through the silo, which is literally the last thing we need to do. Before we do that, I'm gonna have to pack a punch my shotgun here, the Hauer, which I managed to get one in this game, which is pretty good. Yo, chill. Chill out, zombies. Come on. Zooming.
Please, stay dead.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with it. So yeah, my main weapon. So I don't need to worry about. My main weapon is what I need for the boss, and I think that's just completely it.
Dead bodies. Ravenov's calling card. That's our way down.
Whoop. Okay, we definitely get inside in a sec. Probably this out got a lot of. Two RPDs. So yeah, we don't need any of that. So what you're gonna do next is basically approach to this objective, and you just basically activate this. I always like to stand here.
Do what we think. Omega, the Soviets, could destabilize the West. If one of those impacts Washington or New York, it could create an outbreak zone big enough to consume the East Coast. It would throw the West into chaos. It would end the Cold War, but at a terrible cost. We cannot let that happen.
Always like to do that. So once you're ready to advance forward, you just go to the elevator and
Ravenov left a trail of breadcrumbs to follow. Murdered Omega breadcrumbs.
so basically do become prepared. So once you come down here, the zombies will infinitely spawn, so do keep that in mind. So now we have to locate where Ravenov is, so we go through this area over here. Should be hectic, and and don't worry, we have tables like these. Okay. You can get cornered easily if you're not careful. So this is A, this is where we need to go. Because we have our perks, we just come down straight here, and we just lift the lockdown. And then, cutscene. Though it's not over yet, there's still more. There's an in-game cutscene for us to watch. Ouch.
Requiem. Where is Maxis?
I'm here, still being held by Requiem. They don't want me in the field.
They do not trust you. But we do know what is at stake, yes? Somehow, Beck found a way to supercharge the crystal's power for his warheads. By using those crystalline creatures.
If the warhead says this facility were to detonate, they would trigger an inversion in this reality, creating outbreak zones wherever Omega chooses.
It is no use. I cannot launch the missiles from here. I need you to find the keys. That is the only way we can put an end to Operatia Inversia. Maxis, is there anywhere in particular you want to see destroyed?
This power is too dangerous for either Omega or Requiem to possess. So I say, we dump them in the middle of the Pacific.
Sounds like a plan. Go. Find the launch keys. I will prep the missiles.
So from here on, you have to basically pick up 3 keys that we're just basically gonna pick up right now.
Secure the keys, we can launch these missiles into the ocean. You think Requiem will have problem with this?
Do not worry about Requiem. It is the right thing to do. You and I both know this.
So at this particular point, you don't need to worry that much. So the first key we're gonna solve here is the canister. So what you're gonna do is just go to this Ethereum harvesting unit, and what you're gonna just basically do is shoot these crystals that are everywhere in this only silo. Don't get to another silo like a silo B, silo A or D. You have to pick up the crystals from here. Like again, it can go hectic in here, so do be mindful where you go.
Be gone, foul.
God damn it. Okay, just give us some space between them. So what we're gonna do is delete this. There's some bunch of crystals here as well. Again, it can be very hectic in here. So everything's gonna throw at you. Oh, it's worth looking. We need to pick these up. RC inside the silo itself. The rocket is. Perfect. Gotta have some nukes to help us. There's some crystal over here. A bunch of them, you can find them in here. Definitely look around. But this should be all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if you do see that you don't highly have anything, just look around again, and from the same places, they too reappear to pick up. I'm just getting some extras just in case. And after this, you're gonna get some trouble here. So once you put them, you're gonna get some Tempest spawning in. And once you clear the entire thing out, it's gonna start processing all those crystals, and all of the zombies are gonna spawn in after that.
Too slow. All of you.
Be careful! Oh my god! I can tell you, get really hectic. Now, the cool thing about it is that you can just chill out, just kill zombies, just trying to hold off. Don't get too cocky as well. Don't get too overexcited. You can actually, get down yourself here because, you did like a wrong step. Not wrong step, but more of a... You weren't patient enough. You weren't giving enough room. You basically trap yourself here if you're not careful. I cannot believe it. I can already see it. I can already see it.
Your curse is lifted.
Now? Really? Well, you have it. It's basically you can't do anything with it. Except for, pack-up punching it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Napalm Strap can actually be useful. Well, this is going to be a defense weapon. Just in case I do get piled up. Pistols, you have done your purpose. But, I'm just going to take this. So what you're going to do with this is take it with you. You got 3 charges, but don't use all of them.
If you wish to put a target on your back, be my guest. All carrying that will do is get these creatures' attention.
Maybe that's what we want to do.
So once you get in here, you see a lot of things around here. So what you can do with the canister as well. This is something different. So what you're gonna do is just let everything spawn because every single one is a mimic, and what you can do is press this little button. Everything get weakened, you can just shoot them all down. Cool part about it is that you get a lot of points. And I think that should be all of them. So meanwhile we do have the canister. You want to approach here, and this is the first key, but once you press on it you'll get a red mimic which is stronger. But just press the canister and you just pick up the first key.
Well, that mimic did not make it easy, but we secured the key.
Urosho, we are making progress. 2 more remain.
So what you're gonna do now, once you obtain the canister, the real reason I don't use this last one. You're just gonna go these stairs and do be precise. You use it and you should get close to this jellyfish. If you want, you can just go close to this barrier over here and you get to its attention.
Probably hungry. You got its attention. Now, grab the key.
To make sure, you can definitely see the key. You pick it up.
That Ethereum works, Ryamu.
Or she just look around and you pick it up.
One more. We are making good time. I have nearly completed retargeting Vex abominations.
Now, if you do manage to fail that, don't worry. You can refill those canisters again with the same crystals. It'll happen everything again. And apart from that, if you needed more points, you could just simply do that. And you just do it again. So that we're down for... We got 2 keys, so we're down for 1 more key, which is over in Silo A, if I'm correct. Yes. Now this one is... it's going to replace your equipment, your tactical equipment. The one on the left. And you're going to start hearing a monkey on a vent. So what you're going to do is just throw this. We're going to get more, so don't worry about that.
An essence trap. Someone has made some cool modifications.
Just throw it on.
I guess you are all set if you get out.
So what you do is throw... Don't get too close though. But once you find that monkey, you gotta hear the audio quote. This is... So when it says target in range, you're just gonna have to double tap the interaction button until it basically says captured. I know there's a lot to take in, even I myself. Okay, you basically put the trap down. Wait to just basically back off so the monkey gets to the trap. And then way to obviously find this step very easy is when you have the subtitles. And once it says the target in range, you're basically perfect to use the trap and pick up the last key.
Looks like we trapped our monkey, Ryamu. Now, we have the key.
I have finished prepping the missiles. To initiate launch sequence. Since you have keys, you should do the honors.
Once you get the keys, now you can start the launch sequence, which this one is more of a probability. And here's why I say it. So in this particular case, you can insert basically the launch keys, but there's a twist. You have to figure out the order of those keys in order to commence the launch sequence. So in one game, you could have a combination of A, B, and D, or in another game, you have a DBA or DAB. So it's all down to what order comes up for you and what order comes up for anybody else, or in a different match in this specific point. But if you don't feel safe to continue onward, that's totally fine. What you could just possibly do is get yourself healed up. Just go to silo by silo, kill off some few zombies, rack up some points, and then you're just good to go. In this particular case, I am going to continue onward. This is a joke, right? Well, I'm picking that up. You don't necessarily have to. I just have a complexity of trying to pick up wonder weapons. I'm actually just not going to use it. I like the Reiki a lot, but I don't have a sufficient amount of points for me just to pack a bunch of enough. So yeah, bit too late game, bit too late. So anyways, without getting distracted, what we're gonna do is basically commence the sequence. So the first one is gonna be B. So now we have to figure out which one is first. That's C. C has nothing to do with this. Now you obviously have not a lot of time in your hands, so you better be quick on this. Okay, so it's BDA. Well, didn't get any time. So yeah, don't worry about it. If you definitely failed, you just go again. Go through it all again. What was this one? This is B, right? Sure, this is D. I don't need D. Oh, we don't get down. Or actually, take your time. Clear out a few zombies here so you get enough room. Specifically, I'm just gonna use some charges when I'm up there. Just go through the right, and we make it. And that should be the last sequence. So once you do that, all you need to do is just wait upstairs, which I'll just be there in a second. Which I'm just gonna go call an artillery strike.
Yeah, obstructions. This fucking place. Now what? The hatches were clear when I arrived. Get to the surface and remove the obstructions. We do not wish to inverse half of Russia. Not with us here, at least. 9 minutes to missile launch.
So once that commences, you just open the door and you see this epic environment you got around.
Maxis, have you ever seen the likes of this?
No, this is different.
Those Tempests. What are they doing?
They're calling somebody. By the looks of it. So yeah, we come across the boss fight. Now this one is very tricky, so you just kind of just copy what I do. So what you need to do is just shoot the chest like a normal Tempest.
May be responsible for the obstruction.
So that's why I like recommend like the M16.
Destroy the crystals that block the hatch.
It take its time at first, or so you get a reasonable range, so you can get enough damage out of it. Do indeed be careful of the enemies around you. Sometimes they can be in awkward places. Just gonna move. Alright. Once you take one down, you shoot one of these spheres and not get distracted by one. Oh, I'm gonna die, am I? Got too greedy there. Well, I'm gonna give myself luck because this is not good. So yeah, if you don't get too greedy like I did. Good thing I haven't lost. I should have used my... Hey, look at that. Self-revive. So yeah, this is the hard part of the boss fight, is that you got no time. You make your time more valuable as ever. So that's the first one.
Like true Russian, you will fight in heart and mind. If you destroy the orb,
And yes, you can't even go down to get those stuff. So you better make the most of it here. And the mimics are so annoying. Good thing I got quick revive for this. It's none of my favorite today.
There's only 5 minutes left, Requiem. Do I need to tell you what happens if you don't clear it?
I'm a bit of a pickle here. I need to move. I need to move. Well, this might be the end of me. That's one down. And I'm stuck. Oh, it's so difficult. Well, there's my first death on this. So I'm gonna have to basically come back to it when I possibly can.
if you destroy the orb,
So I came back once more, as you can see. I'm a bit more armed.
Still 2 more to go.
We're 8 minutes in, and I got one of the spheres. So now I'm just gonna wait a bit. Yeah, it was a good call to pick this up. But basically, yeah, I just took my didn't took my time, but more like took as less time as possible to get things done, to get things upgraded. Right, wait.
fight, bro.
I'm gonna use the minigun for later, which is I did forgot last time. It can be very useful for the armor. Just trying to be super concentrated for this fight. Oh my god. Anyways. It's annoying as always. It's the distance, that's why.
Keep boiling. This makes me smile. Tango removed.
I can actually damage the other one in the meantime. You could. Anyway, we got 5. We got more than. We got more time on our hands. Not better.
Firing death machine. Thanks for sharing my bullet.
Nope. Come on. I cannot believe it. I can feel even Panda behind me. That's because there is. Oh, god damn it, no.
There's only 5 minutes left, Requiem. Do I need to tell you what happens if you don't clear the hatches?
Keep your
Kaboom!
mouth shut. Oh no. Oh, the black chest saved me. So, oh, I can't believe that. Oh, I forgot about it. It's another thing. The black chest can save your life.
For the next generation.
Alright, using it.
Have death machine.
Right, he's down. He's so down. Oh my god.
The crystals are destroyed! Hoorah! Hatch is clear for missile launch.
Good. Send these missiles to the bottom of the ocean. No one should possess such power.
My god, this took so much time between the two matches. Like Jenny, the difficult part of this boss fight is not the actual boss, it's actually the enemies that comes around, and you have such a small spot just to group up, and they keep coming.
Weaver's pretty pissed at her going behind his back and all, but there were no way I was gonna leave y'all hanging.
The damage in my back looks like a vacuum. Cleaning service is called? So yeah, I totally forgot about the black chest, because what the black chest does is actually once you open that black chest, there's this soul that speaks to you, and basically it tells you that thank you for saving me, so I'll give you something in return. I'm like, I'll repay you in some other way. So what that does is that at the point of your, almost about to die, he'll come right in the right second, so you don't deplete health, and you kill any zombies nearby, or at least stun them, and this way you can have a chance to escape. I totally forgot about him. And the most funny part about it, in this match it came up 4 black chests, so it doesn't stack up, which basically, and doesn't carry over, so I was lucky to have the black chest in the very last world level. God damn it. What a long episode this was. But anyways, guys, that was literally Outbreak number 1 done already. It's literally almost midnight where I live. It's and I'm pretty much tired. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, honesty, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. Next time we'll be basically going through the second Easter egg of Outbreak. That one's a little bit more chilling. That one's a little bit more easier than this one would be. So we're down to half of the Easter eggs of this game. That's pretty good. Took the big one out of the way. The second one is smaller, so that should be interesting. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this Easter egg was straightforward, and I hope you guys entertained yourself either way. And yeah, can't wait to do the second Outbreak Easter egg. Until then, guys, see ya.